If it's come time to build your database in Bubble, this video is going to give you a leg up from where you are to where you want to be. So typically in my courses, I teach people how to define the app using a scope document like this, where we've got some rough definitions of what's going on. This is a task or app for a bunch of different task people that would do jobs, maybe similar to like a Task Rabbit type of app. And we're going to use this as an example for this video, where we're going to see basically two ways to do this. One, a long way, and then a short way. Why both ways? Because depending on what it is you're going for, you might just find one of these more helpful because it provides higher level of accuracy, the long way, in the short way, potentially lower level of accuracy, but also maybe just a way to get the database roughed in. The goal of this video is to get you to 80% of what your database structure would look like, and then as you go and you build the app, you'll probably find out additional things that you didn't know here up front, and then that's typically how it goes, is finding a few things maybe later on that you'll want to just update and add. So this scope document that I mentioned, and its particular purpose here is just a written description defining all of the different pages on this particular app. What we're going to do is we are going to feed this bad boy into the large language model of ChatGPT. And now that it has it, we'll just say, please create a database structure for the app based on the scope document. So it's giving us easy to access and modification of the data based on the information you provided. Below is a suggested database structure. So method number one, if you have a scope document or if you have a rough description of how the app will work, shoot, even if you have a recording, and if you can take that recording and go speech to text and then feed that into here, it's going to recognize and take the structure of the language that you use to describe everything. But why method number one is the long method is because it's more thorough, so it's going to be more accurate because it's more descriptive, aka if we were living in the world of prompt engineering, then this would be the really engineered way, without going down that road, right? It's still not exactly that. Okay, so let's see what it's given us here. So we know that a user is going to have first name, last name, password, so on and so forth, profile picture, bio, availability, skills for the task people, verification documents, their status, have they been verified or not, maybe a skill. This one looks like it actually it seems unnecessary, but it could be because one of the things that we say here is that there's a skill family and a skill category, so that's probably what it got there. But actually that would just be in Bubble is just a list of things. So again, this is not meant to be perfect, and the caveats that I just pointed out there are already things that you'll want to be doing in yours when it comes and gives you this back. That, okay, yes, I guess, yep, that makes sense. I'll have some payment information. I'll have a transaction ID that probably has something related to payment for it, which this one doesn't. And so we can see this is not a perfect method, but it is just a way to get something out onto the table so you can take a look at the pieces and parts and rearrange them to how you might want them. Cool. Next up, I'm going to feed it in a prompt that's basically saying, please help me design a database structure that's similar to that of Airbnb. Instead of house rentals, it will rent electric skateboards, electric bikes, electric one-wheels, everything electric that you can think of, right? This could be a great app. I'm sharing this because I want this app. If you are looking for ideas for apps to build, please build this app. Or maybe you know it exists, so leave a comment in the comments if you know, because I'd like to rent a one-wheel. Actually, more an electric skateboard. Okay, let's go ahead and see what it says for that. So method number two, the short way. Pick an app that your app is somewhat similar to, and then just change around what it is that you are doing in your app that's different than the one that is the commonly known one, right? Like if you're niching down an app or just have something because you're serving a specific segment of a population, but it's in a way that is similar to a well-known app, then here you go. So we can see here, and user reviews. We didn't get anything for messaging on this one. And this is kind of funny because I'll just go ahead and share that I actually did this exact same one earlier as a test, and one of the things that we got in here was messaging as well. So that's to say you might even want to regenerate responses. But basically, again, if we were starting to build an app and if we filled in our bubble app with all of these, or we just considered them one by one, we can just say yay or nay, yes or no, if we want to include those and if they make sense in our case. So if you're looking for additional discussion around building apps, there is building databases and building apps in general. Hello, you're on the channel. But if you're looking for additional discussion around database builds, check out this one for this swiped-based matching app. That is a replica of the popular Tinder app where we build the database here. And we can actually see, this is broken out in an Excel chart where this was done manually, meaning like a person, me, did it just thinking up, oh, okay, I guess a person would have, their location. They'd have some interest tags. They'd have, how many likes or swipes they have left for the day because maybe, there's a limited amount and they want to upgrade. These are the types of examples when you are in the world of building databases for your bubble app that you'll want to just take into consideration. Now, of course, I'll just mention that the course on the site over at nocodeacademy.co does have some additional examples for how to A, think about, and B, go through live actual app examples of building out additional databases if you find that helpful as well. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching.